Very well done. First up, what's with the little dance in Parc Fermé? Hint of a griddy?
I knew that was going to be the question. It was an attempt at a griddy, as you can tell, poorly executed. I met Justin Jefferson on Thursday, who has essentially made the griddy world famous, and stupidly made a bet with him that if I won the race, then I would do one for him. After qualifying yesterday, I didn't practice because I thought that was definitely not going to be needed. So yeah, that was my first attempt at a griddy live on World TV. So I stayed true to the bet, but that's the one.
Dispatching Kimi Antonelli. Just how tough was it to get past Max Verstappen?
I mean, to be honest with you, Kimi was very nice to me. Didn't make life very tough. Which it's nice when you race against people that identify when someone's quicker and not making the race more difficult for the both of us. So that was nice of him, I guess. Obviously for Max leading the race, a different story. But I knew to expect that, and I could tell that we had a lot of pace. And like I said, it was kind of a matter of just biding my time, waiting for a moment or forcing him into a moment, and that's what I was able to do. So once I got past, I knew I had to try and build a gap to whilst Lando was behind him, and that's that.
Really strong on here.
I won't repeat. That's okay. Honestly, I don't know. In qualifying, we were not the quickest in the high-speed corners. I think generally in the low-speed corners is where we seemed to be quite good this weekend, and obviously in the race all the corners become even slower, and looking after the tyres becomes more important, and I think that's probably been a strength of ours so far this year. And this has been the first very hot race we've had in terms of track temperature. Saudi was hot, but the track temperature today was the highest we've had all year, and I think that kind of helped out our pace advantage.
I mean, it was good. It was good fun. It was enjoyable. I never wanted to let Oscar get too far out of my sights, but yeah, I had to put up. Put up a good challenge in the first third of the race, trying to get past the Mercedes, trying to get past the Williams, trying to get past Max. So, not an easy start for sure, but I made my way through reasonably quickly, I think. And like Oscar said, the car was very strong today, so that he's fighting hard. But it's up to him to do that. He's ruined his own race. He's not racing very smart, and he probably could have finished third today, and he didn't because of that. So, he's fighting hard as always expected.
Take Max or to keep Lando behind you?
Both very different challenges. I would say. I think, on days like today, our two cars were clearly the best in the field by some margin. So I think, obviously I know how strong Lando is as a driver, being his teammate now for a couple of years. And, it's never easy. But, also racing Max is never easy, as we saw. So both very different challenges. I think, in the long term, this season, it's clearly going to be a pretty strong fight between.
Is the change of energy, or is there one maybe of the team, of how things have gone for you guys this year? How does it feel, palpably different, I would assume, than a year ago and certainly 2 years ago?
I mean, compared to 2 years ago, it's an incredibly different place to be. I think the determination and the hard work has always been there, and even at this point 2 years ago, we knew that a few years ago, but I think Miami last season was the turning point in winning races because we could be the quickest on track, and that's an incredible place to be. I think now it's a continuation of that. The determination, the hard work is still identical. Just the joy and the celebrations are a bit more frequent, which is nice. But we're aware there's a lot of other smarter people than me that calculate when we think things are time to switch to next year. Clearly we do have a strong advantage at the moment, but not every weekend has looked like this. Saudi last weekend, our competition was very close to us, and we didn't have it that comfortably this weekend.
The lead got down to under 4. Was that point, did you think you could still catch him?
No, I mean, I gave it a good shot from, when I got into second. So there was still a long way to go. I think still 25, 30 laps almost at that point. I only probably stopped pushing really the last 4 or 5 laps. But the gap went from like almost 10 to 4 or 3 almost. So, no, I did all I could. I tried the whole race basically until the very end. So, I kept belief the whole race. But Oscar's driving well. He's quick to catch from 10 seconds was always pretty much going to be impossible. But I gave it a good shot. I almost got there.
Especially in McLaren. How much can we expect to see that this year? I mean, could we witness something similar to Lewis versus Nico?
Go on, Lando, Brent. Your thoughts?
Time will tell.
Yeah, we said earlier in the year we're trying to repeat 2007. Yeah, I don't know. I think we clearly know that we have our we're aware that there's going to be a fight. We both want to become world champion, obviously, but we don't just want one opportunity at this success. We want it for the next, however many years, and that's an important thing to keep in mind, and an easy thing to keep in mind for us, I think, and for the whole team.
Thank you for that. Yes, another one.
Sorry, kind of a follow-up on that. Is it tougher racing for a championship against your teammate? Either of you.
I mean, in some ways, yes. In some ways, no. We know pretty much exactly how one another drives. We know our strong points, maybe some of our weaker points. So from that side, you have more information, but it goes both ways. With having the same car, you're going to have the same strengths and weaknesses on track. And with how difficult it is to follow cars, 9 times out of 10, whoever's in front at the start is probably going to be in front at the end. So it's